Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we've got the latest. It seems like there might have been a new report that the new affordable Tesla Model Y, and I would want to say this is even cheaper version than what it potentially could be a rear-wheel drive. And I guess we'll try and figure out when the heck is a rear-wheel drive coming out for the Model Y in the US as well. We're going to go over all the different details that have been discussed. But before we do any of that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla deal hacking, as I like to call it. And if you've got a question you want to ask me directly, you can do that in my Patreon group down below in the description. And today's live stream is partnered with Jowa, where you can get accessories for any of your Tesla vehicles, including my favorites, phone mounts, center consoles, because your Tesla does not come with any of that, but more on that later. And so here we go. Tesla Newswire posted this. Tesla is rumored to launch a more affordable Tesla Model Y, codename E80, this July. A couple things we've been hearing already for this. We've been hearing this codename E80 for a bit. The new thing with this is July quarter, which is middle of the next quarter, and I could actually see this making sense because a lot of the different things that need to happen, especially for the US as well. According to reports from Chinese social media, key features include fabric seats, no ventilated seats, so maybe still heated seats, manual frunk. Isn't that the same thing that it already is? Like maybe they're talking manual trunk. I guess that would make sense. Single colored ambient lighting like white. Okay, so I can see there's a common thread here. This seems to be just like how the cheaper, more inexpensive Model 3 is in the US market. Sorry, and not the US market, the Mexico market. And I imagine that vehicle is being produced from a US factory as well. Reduced speaker sound system, that makes sense because the cheaper Model 3 only has like 17 speakers or 7 speakers. I keep mixing that up. And a 55 kilowatt battery. So definitely way more less range. Estimated price around, if you were to convert it to US dollars, $26,000 to $28,000, which I guess that would be a lot lower than the current Model Y, a lot lower for sure. Paul, one of our friends here on the channel, said why posted an article on Clean Technica. Why I think Tesla's most affordable model will be a success for reasons nobody is talking about. I like this title. I like this headline. For sure, because all the different things with being removed, all these different features from the Model Y could be a different thing there. I mean, expensive vehicles are getting more expensive, that's for sure, with all the different tariffs. But here is the conclusion, or maybe I won't give this away so you can guys go take a look at it for yourself and read through it. But let's skim through some of this. It will have different styling while appealing. Okay, it'll be the slowest Teslas. Oh, okay, what will keep existing Model 3 for Model Ys buying this model? And so certainly that makes a lot of more sense there. But conclusion, the prospect of the $35,000 Tesla Model 3 with at least 250 miles will cause a stampede of buyers, about 400,000 reservations, even though you could buy a Nissan Versa about the same third of the price. The Model 3 is $23,000 more. And so certainly this is an interesting move for sure, or different vehicle that could be coming here from without this different price point and all these different things. But there's a lot of things that could be coming with this cheaper model. And let me know, do you think it's going to be coming out for it? Rumor is that a low-cost version of the Tesla Model Y is being released. TC Media posted this, and I guess we've got similar things here. Smaller battery, ambient lighting, glass will be changed to singular glass. Yeah, so I think this is definitely going to be very similar to how the Mexico cheap Model 3 is, and they're probably going to be a lot of the similar changes with the cheaper Model Y. And so I don't know. I mean, it's going to get more people into the brand, and then maybe it'll get more people into the brand because they'll see a cheaper, lower price, like just like how there's this Slate truck for $20,000. And I guess this is a good thing because let's say it will definitely devalue the brand, because if you've got a Model Y that's 25,000, 35,000, 45,000, and maybe a performance at 55,000, they're gonna, they're gonna see this entry price of 20,000 and then realize it doesn't have the features that they want, which might be a good thing, that they might want to step up to the all-wheel drive version that's a little bit higher with more features. And so it still feel like it could be a good thing at the end of all this, with all the different attraction to the brand and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Would you buy a Model Y or Model 3 that has less features like the Mexico Model 3? And if it comes out, is this something like, I guess it all depends on the price, how much you lower you're going to be paying, and what features you're getting at the end of this. And I guess what are, like, if this is the actual feature list, I mean, are any of these like a no-go to you? Like, I need to have my fake leather seats. I need to have my ventilated seats. I think some of the big ones are for sure going to be the speaker system, the power trunk, and ventilated seats I could live without. But at the same time, it depends really, I guess, how much the price difference is going to be between like this version and like the rear wheel drive, and then this version and like an all-wheel drive at the end of it. But let us know what your thoughts are on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Another cool, interesting news, Tesla is handing out 48-hour test drive vouchers for the Cybertruck. And so I guess Tesla just really wants a lot of people to experience the truck, which makes sense because when you stand away and look at the Cybertruck, you think, ooh, that's a big vehicle, or ooh, that's a weird looking vehicle. But until you actually drive it and experience the technology and everything, that's when you realize how cool the truck is and how useful a truck with this four-wheel steer and everything is. So I challenge any of you watching right now, if you have not driven a Cybertruck, you can just go to your local Tesla store and drive one and ask to drive one, and it'll literally hand you the keys. Another cool news for Model Y, I thought this was very interesting to see. Someone has wrapped a Model Y in the satin dark purple color. This was a very similar color to the Cybertruck, or our Cybertruck that we wrapped in, and very majestic looking. I kind of like it, but it's one of those things I feel like if I saw it in person, I might not actually like it, but still very cool to see at the end of the day. And we spotted a diamond black Model Y, one of the first diamond black new color Model Ys in person, and we were able to get some pictures of it, and it is actually really cool, really sick to see in person, all the different flakes in the paint, and I gotta say it sparkles like crazy. It's got me thinking like, maybe we should have waited for a diamond black Tesla Model Y, because I've always really liked black with the white interior, and I've still yet to get it. Maybe on the next one, because we got Quicksilver and now we wrapped it red as well. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're gonna jump into the live stream comments. Thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. Now that you've bought your Tesla, or you're about to buy your Tesla, did you know that it comes with 0 accessories? Seriously, not even a phone mount. But don't worry, we've got you covered. In my opinion, there's a few must-haves that every Tesla owner should get, like a phone mount so your phone doesn't fly off during acceleration, a center console organizer because without it, you're going to lose a bunch of stuff, and my newest favorite, an invisible underscreen station mount from Jowa, a great place to store sunglasses. And all of these accessories, plus more, you can get from our partner Jowa. And these accessories are good because I actually use all of their stuff. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, you can save some money and support the channel as well. But Jowa doesn't stop at just the basics. They've got a wireless game controller that fits perfectly in the glove box, a portable air compressor for peace of mind on those long road trips, and even an electric scooter, because why walk from the superchargers or level 2 chargers? So not only will you save some money by using our promo code down below in the description, you can also get free shipping on orders over $120. So definitely check it out, link down below in the description. Thank you to Jowa for partnering with us on this channel, and let's get on to the next topic. Thanks to everyone. Panoy, thanks for coming in. Ace, great to see you. Tesla 54, great to see you as well. Let's see, Knex, Yenlard, Tesla 54, and the Quantum Dog, thanks for dropping by. And Vlock, thank you all for dropping by. Thanks for hitting the like button, the comments, and everything. Let us know what you think on this cheaper, more inexpensive, affordable Tesla Model Y. Very interesting to see Need the Cybertruck for 0% APR. Ace, yeah, definitely. And they're still trying to figure out this 2024 issue, and it seems like I think they figured it out. If they can discount it another $8,000, because I was eyeing a couple of them over the weekend that were priced at $8,000 off, and they are gone now. So it seems like Tesla has found the pricing threshold for Cybertrucks, and that is 8,000 plus another 8,000 off for the 7,500 federal tax credit. With that, let's see. Pinoy, I'm planning on buying the Model Y, but I only live in an apartment, only access for supercharger. Is it okay to charge a supercharger myself if I only charge it 20 to 80%? Short answer is yes. There's plenty of studies done so far of people using superchargers continuously, and it really hasn't degraded the battery a ton. But the flip side to this is my recommendation after owning many electric vehicles, Tesla vehicles, and trying to spend time at superchargers and things like that. It is not worth buying a Tesla or any electric vehicle without a dedicated level 2 charger at your house or at your work. You'll spend too much time charging at superchargers, and on top of that, supercharging is expensive as well. It's about the same cost as like owning a hybrid vehicle. And the time that you're going to be spending, unless the supercharger is at like your home, work, or even gym or errands or something like that, then I could see that kind of making sense, but it still can be a little bit of annoyance and might not be worth the time. So that's my recommendation. Okay, next, is that 26 to 28,000 including tax credit of some kind? Not too sure yet. I mean, this is all very speculative. How much of a range hit? I mean, a 55 kilowatt battery, that's going to be what, 20% less battery than like a normal Model Y, because I think the current Model Y is 70 to 80 kilowatts. Tesla 54, thank you for the super chat. Why does Tesla give great lease deals on the Model 3 long range rear-wheel drive and not the performance? This just doesn't make any sense. They did this the other day. I kind of want to lease the Model 3, as you know, but no deals on it yet, but really want the Model 3 performance. Yeah. And I mean, we saw some crazy deals that were like $5,700 off. Doesn't necessarily translate on a lease, but they did make, I don't know, Tesla 54, did you see that the other day where they made blue, white, and stealth gray free and white interior free? So all of those model variants qualify for the tax credit, but since you were leasing, you already kind of qualified for the tax credit. It's probably no change on your end for that. But I guess I would do the math to see what a 0% financing deal on that plus the 7,500 is and see if that makes sense in your case. Yeah, and gonna be noisy about the double pane without the double pane gases. Yeah, I mean, once you've experienced the quietness of some of the newer vehicles, then you definitely do not want to go back. Like the color, yes, the diamond black is amazing. VLOC, I think affordable Model 3 and Model Y may entice more people to get full self-driving. Interesting, like sacrifice some of these different convenience features or comfortable features to pay for the $100 a month full self-driving. Makes sense. Or are you thinking like people will buy this to then turn that into a robo-taxi to then make some money for themselves? I could see that actually making a ton of sense. Ra, if Tesla was injection molding pre-colored ABS pod panels for the El Cheapo Model Y, what would the camouflage look like during testing? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, what if they had different panels? You wouldn't be able to find it. Super, I find this very disappointing. I was hoping for a new type of affordable vehicle. Well, nothing locked in stone yet, and fingers crossed, because we're going to show you a couple different things in a little bit that might be alluding to a brand new affordable model also coming out later as well. In this next topic, Tesla margins are getting squeezed. I know we all want bigger discounts, and also more incentives, better prices and more incentives. But maybe there isn't more room for Tesla to go, and the price can't be lowered any further. Troy posted this: Tesla's automotive gross margin, excluding regulatory credits, dropped to 12.5% in Q1 of 2025. Its lowest in recent years. And I mean, we've got crazy periods through here where prices were really high. I mean, a Model Y during this point was what, $67,000? Now a Model Y is could be half of that depending on if you got it at a certain time frame, like $11,000 off. And so quarter four, quarter one, when they rolled out all the deep discounts in quarter four, December, November of last year's, plus this year where there was also some big discounts as well. And so they're what, getting less than or 18% less margin throughout some of the highest to the lowest. And so the question really here is, will they be able to sustain this and be, I mean, if we're already used to all these different incentives and all these different incentives aren't selling enough vehicles, I mean, I guess we'll really see this month as they've already released out a handful of incentives on like the Model 3 and all these different vehicles are heavily discounted as well. If they continue to do this, or can they continue to do this, pay, and can they reduce more incentives, prices, and everything? And so I know we're all hopeful for a better deal, but maybe that better deal might not get that much more better because they still have to make margin and profit on these vehicles as well. Yaman posted this: incoming negative margins. Tesla is the next Rivian, basically alluding to how Rivian hasn't made a profit yet. And Fred did a massive deep dive on this. And so certainly there's a lot of different points here on the screen, basically saying like Tesla is now reaching the limits as we just discussed and everything. And so certainly there's a lot of different things that we need to be aware about for pricing and all the stuff. But I still have faith they're going to figure out a way. And certainly there's going to be more discounts in the future and everything. But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the live stream comments. Everybody is sleeping on ABS. Oh, like the plastic parts? Well, they used to be plastic parts on the interior. Now it's switched. Tesla, yeah, but buying payment very high for max term 60 months, so I need to lease. They have two Model 3 Performance, but I don't like black. Yeah, I guess maybe you can switch to 72 months because you can still get 0.99 at 72 months, which the interest isn't that much worse versus 0% on that one. In this next topic, is this the latest Tesla affordable lowest cost vehicle, or is this something else? Maybe new refreshes that we know are coming out as well. This was the latest spotting on a bunch of different videos. What's under the wrap here in Fremont? We've got a picture of a drone footage of something being pulled along that is being under wraps from the Fremont factory. It seems, maybe this is the Model S refresh that we know could be coming out soon as well. There's also these other different things up here, that some shells of some sort. No idea what could that be. I mean, it definitely has a similar shape to some other vehicles that Tesla has as well. And then maybe we've got some other, I mean, these definitely look like Model Ys, but what about this one right here? This one is a very peculiar looking vehicle that has a lot of the different pieces removed as well. And so certainly a lot of different things could be on the horizon here, and maybe in this next month in May. And that could be why they released all these incentives like 0% of the Model 3 last month, because they've already got a lot of different announcements that are lined up for, or could be potentially lined up for May. And so they're getting ahead of that, which could be the case. But one thing's for sure, if you're buying a new Tesla, it does not come with this. And that's a set of all-weather floor mats. My favorite set so far right now is a set by 3W Liners. And I've tried all the different floor mats that are out there: 3D Mats USA, Tasmanian, and a bunch of Amazon ones. And by far, these are going to be my favorite set. I've got them in our Model X, Model 3, Model Y, and also Cybertruck as well. And if you use our promo code down below in the description, not only will you save 25% off and get a set under $100, you'll support the channel as well. So definitely check out our partner 3W Liner floor mats down below in the description, and let's get on to the next topic. Randy, what's the cheapest lease for a Model 3 Performance? I think it was like $5,700 off, which I don't remember what that actually calculated to, but leasing for the Model 3 Performance, because it does not have the best money factor interest rate. I think last time we looked, 9.38%, which is not good at all. It certainly doesn't lease well because of how high the interest rate. It's almost like financing is going to get you the same payment, if not lower, especially because now the financing is 0 to If you're wondering what we're looking at, this is on our best deal spreadsheet down below in the description on page 3, where we have all the different lease money factor rates that we try and keep updated. We also have a list of all the best Model 3 discounts at the moment, performance all the way up to $5,700 off, long range all-wheel drives $2,000 to $3,000 off, and rear-wheel drive about $1,000 to $1,300 off. And the beauty with these is that this is before they test the referral code discount, just like the one down below in the description, where you can get 3 months of full self-driving when you use a referral link. And so let us know what you think on what are these stripped down vehicles, or is this the Model S, or could this be something else? Tesla 54, should I wait for a better lease deal on the Model 3 Performance? I mean, at this point, I don't think they haven't subsidized the Model 3 Performance. At this point, you might as well wait until, I guess, the end of quarter 3 or end of quarter 4, because I mean, they're subsidizing the Model 3 lease, but just not the Performance. Like last month was $299 a month, which is the lowest payment we've ever seen for the Model 3. And what their strategy, from if we zoom out a little bit, 1 month they'll focus on like a APR rate, like 0% financing, and then next month they'll switch to like a low lease payment, and then they go back and forth every other month, or even every other quarter from what it appears. Ralph, they need to not remove the order fee and see what happens for a time period. They need not remove, like, make it free to reserve a Tesla, like just fill out your information. That'd be interesting. Nothing spotted on the road means nothing new coming. Doug, I like that. Yeah, because it has to be tested on the road first. And for some reason, they've really kept it under wraps with no new vehicle that is being prototyped around, especially because the last one we saw was the Model Y. Vlock, I wanted to lease, but the trees by my house scratch up my current car way too much. If I'm getting scratches, I'd rather be my car. Yeah, and I guess if you're going to be doing that, you could get like paint protection film or something. Once people see solid approval with terms, they will start taking the cars with the true rate and terms. Oh, I see what you're saying here. You're saying, like, let people just place an order, don't pay a fee, let them do credit apps and things like that. And then if they accept all of that, then like press OK to like take delivery of the vehicle. I could see that working, but then I don't know what's like the legality of that. With There's probably something in like the US dealer car sales law that you can't, like, without like a true vehicle with a VIN on it, they can't present you like true terms or something. Yeah, I see what you're trying to say there, but it would be very interesting. You know what? And leave it to Tesla. Maybe that's an idea. Let's write this idea up, and so you're basically saying like let people like hit their credit in full and see what a true offer is on a vehicle, and then once they like that, then accept delivery, pay the 250 fee. So kind of like a little bit of a reverse. So really what you're saying is on like Tesla's website, where if people like want to search through vehicles, instead of doing like a pre-qualify or soft qualify, that you're saying like maybe there should be like a hard qualify. I could see the value on that, for people, because the only way people could see if they really get approved or not, they have to pay $250, which, I mean, I guess some would maybe on Tesla's viewpoint, like that 250 pays for like the logistics of that finance department figuring out to see if they're approved or not. So I guess I see both sides to this, but I certainly, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, they take application for dealer cars. Yeah, at the same time, like people at the dealership will run applications all the time, and that's just part of their job. So, that's an interesting idea. I like that, Ralph. Maybe I'll write that up. Write that up, like hard inquiry like type of form or something, where if people are okay with getting their credit hit hard, then they would be okay with seeing the terms and then move on from there. What's the cheapest payment option with terms of the Model 3 Performance? I guess whatever on the website. Let's take a look and see if there's any discounted ones in our area, because those flew off the shelf once we started talking about like $5,700 off. So right now there's only like a $2,300 off one, and the lease payment is $800 a month with zero down, 24-month lease. Not bad actually, because it's zero down. I like that. Because there's a 8K payment with near 600 on the Model 3 Performance. Okay, so yeah, that's yeah, if you put that much down, then I can see that being that much lower with that. Just did payment, it's $544. 8K down, I mean, yeah, you're putting a lot of taxes and fees down plus 10, 20%. So is that good? Actually, maybe not because eight divided by 1,000 is 8 times $30 a month for each thousand. That's another 245 five plus 544. That makes it like 800 to 900 at zero down, like this one right here. Really, what the rule is, it's 1 to 1. If in terms of that, like if the MSRP is $55,000, and that means 1 to 1. Like a good deal threshold is if the payment is $520 with minimal amount down, like $2,000 to $3,000 down, then that's a good deal. The lower that payment is, of course, is better. The higher that payment is, it starts to become less of a good deal with that. So, like if this is like $1,000 a month payment for a 50K car, that's a pretty bad deal. But if it's like a $300 payment for a 50K car, then that's a good deal. Of course, 1 to 1 or even being close to 1 to 1 with taxes and fees downs and everything is like industry standard for a good deal. So it being 800 a month at zero down with a 50K, 60K MSRP, give or take, it's like not like really bad. It's just not good enough, I guess. And so that's when you might want to look into like financing it or other options because the interest rate on the Model 3 lease, Model 3 Performance lease is very high, 9% at that moment. In this next topic, there is a brand new Model Y Giga delivery, Texas factory delivery process experience. It seems like people are getting invited for this. It seems like this is exactly like the launch series Model Y delivery event that if you want to watch a video, we were able to take a look at that one. And it appears Tesla is inviting new Model Y owners. I don't know what the threshold is. This might be something where you have to live near Austin, Texas as well. Looks like Tesla will also start offering factory delivery experiences for the Model Y at Giga Texas as well. Maybe this will also be something that they'll do. Actually, they already do this at Fremont, but I don't know if they do a tour of this. And so I guess the Giga Austin one will give you a tour, which is really cool of the inside and really cool for them to be able to utilize that space because it really elevates the experience. Now, someone did post on one of those other questions like, oh, you don't have to pay destination fee, but I'm pretty sure you still have to pay destination fee from factory to you, unfortunately, because it's a little bit quicker. But then Tesla gets to pocket that money because they don't have to pay for transportation, but you still have to pay for it because everybody pays for it. But let us know, would you be interested in doing a factory delivery tour like this, especially on the Model Y or even the Cybertruck that we're seeing in other versions as well? But let us know what your thoughts on it. Let us know what you're thinking. Any long range Model 3 discounted cars? Yes, Lance, 100%. You can definitely check out our deal spreadsheet down below in the description. The pre-qualification tool had me decline, and I got approved for a promo rate back in December with the hard inquiry, wrist 250. Yeah, pre-qualification, it's it's like super soft, like not even soft because it doesn't ask you for a social security number. So really the 250 is, a the price to pay. And what's really cool is that, there's been instances where people will put the 250 deposit down. They will, be talking back and forth with Tesla to buy a car. They'll cancel their order. And then months later, 3, 4 months later, or 6 months later, you can actually reactivate your deposit by going into the store and see if they can reactivate it so that your 250 isn't necessarily wasted at the end of the day. Yeah, it's too much down. I think I should have put only 2K max to lease 673 a month for a 84-month loan and 8K down. That's high. I think I will wait. Yeah, it seems like the new low, the new floor is 40K for a brand new Model 3 Performance, especially the 2024 version. And so, I mean, if I don't have that deal, then I wouldn't say it's not a great deal until you actually get to that level. But thanks for jumping in, everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for hitting the like button in the comments and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.